From shark attacks to killer whales, stay tuned to number 1 to find out the truth about 10 of the most misunderstood animals in the world. Number 10. Pigs. I know, you're probably surprised that I'm starting off with this creature, but it's honestly because when you think of a pig, you think of the dirtiest creatures on the face of this earth, and a creature that is only good once it's fried up and in your stomach. But in all honesty, pigs are very intelligent creatures. I mean, there was a reason they became the leaders of the animal farm, if you remember that story. Pigs are very smart, and they know how to interact with one another as well as how to know when something is wrong or when something good is about to happen. But wait, you cry out. I've seen pigs roll around in the mud like slobs. How can you defend that? Well, have you ever asked yourself why they're rolling around in the mud? It's not because of the messiness, it's because of health. As pigs lack sweat pores, they use the mud as a heat shield of sorts to keep them from getting too hot. Considering how big pigs can get at times, I'll bet they get hot in the sun, and that proves their intelligence because they realize that the mud keeps them cool. Number 9. Bats. Oh yes, this is a classic. Bats are usually associated with one of two legendary figures. One is Batman, for obvious reasons that are for an entirely different list. But the other is Dracula. Dracula, the legendary vampire that can transform into a bat and back to human form and likes to suck people's blood. Because of his legend and the use of him in various media, bats are often labeled as bloodsuckers and are to be feared at all costs. But that's not really the case. Bats don't even suck blood. There's a vampire bat, but it's not what you think. When it comes down to the balance of nature, we actually owe bats our lives. How so? Well, bats primarily like to eat insects, and they're so good at catching them that they keep the insect populations down to very reasonable levels. So be thankful when you see a bat, if you see one at all. After all, they are nocturnal animals, and as long as you don't spook one, it'll just leave you be. Number 8. Crocs and alligators. Crikey, mate! When it comes to crocodiles and alligators, you're likely familiar with their antics on various animal documentary shows from Discovery Channel and Animal Planet. To be fair, crocs and alligators aren't to be messed with, as they will kill you, and there have been various cases of attacks on humans. But unlike what certain movies and TV shows portray, they're not aggressive animals, or at the very least, they won't run after you. They are very much first-strike predators. If you can get out of the way of their initial lunge and get a few feet away from them, you're good. Be aware of them, yes. Be careful if you're close to them, yes. But overly feel them when they're hundreds of feet away? Nah, you're good.